I just ate half a bag of dried plums and I have to finish this narrative before it's time for World War Brown.
I want to vanish inside a triangle like Bermuda, riding smooth in the night, cause I'm like a barracuda. Oh wait, that was 2 weeks ago.
Subaru BRAT. Oh, I can feel it inside. Am I seriously gonna crap my pants? Oh, like playing an Atari 2600, you remember this car a lot better than it is. Its gearbox, it's slow, can't haul much, the inside is cramped, and the engine is carbureted. Holy crap, I can feel my intestines. I'm seriously gonna take this big... Alright, when we were filming this BRAT, there was this guy who saw it from 61, which is PA Route 61. He saw it from there, up on this parking lot, and comes up here, and he says, dude, I saw this car from the highway. Where did you find a BRAT? And that's the thing about the Subaru BRAT. If you find one, you've already won. Because BRATs were disposable cars. You have to remember, Subaru in the 80s wasn't yet established in America. Subaru in the 80s was like Hyundai was in the 90s. Or Kia. Alright, it's, they're cheap, whatever, I'll have one. I can feel the shit inside me. This isn't smart. That wasn't smart. Oh. You see, everybody who had a Subaru BRAT thrashed them because they were super cheap cars to be treated like playthings, thrown around and tossed out like free health center condoms. And here's the thing, the BRAT was never sold in Japan, making it the Star Tropics of exports. The United States received the BRAT in 1979 for the 1980 sales year, which lasted until 1987. Other markets in the world got the BRAT until 1994. This BRAT has a 1.8-liter Oppose 4 fed by a carburetor and exhaling through side dump straight pipes. It makes horsepower. This 4-speed manual sucks. It's the worst gearbox I've ever driven, and it's on a BRAT. Every single gear is a fight. It wants to go in. Honestly, it feels like it's unsynchronized, even though it is. Maybe the synchros were going, I don't know. But it felt just like that other BRAT I drove in Bradenton, Florida. This paint? Non-original. Late 70s, early 80s style, but I'm glad he kept it, period. A Subaru BRAT makes the irony meter pin in circles, and then spin, it breaks the pins right off. The Subaru BRAT is the ultimate hipster car, even more so than the Volvo 240. The Subaru BRAT's... Oh, did you hear that? I seriously ate half a bag of... Oh, my ass is hot. Seriously, I'm like clenching my butt cheeks tight. This is my life. The Subaru BRAT satisfies the 3 cardinal irreconcilable rules of hipsterism. Number 1, if it sucks, it's good. Number 2, if effort was involved, it sucks. And number 3, failure is a success. The Subaru BRAT sucks. It's horrible to drive, it doesn't want to turn, you can't really haul stuff in it, so that means it's good. But Subaru of America put tons of effort into this car. They wanted it to be a success in the United States, so therefore it sucks because someone tried. But the BRAT was a failure. It didn't establish Subaru in the United States. The BRAT was not the car that made Subaru in North America. That comes later. So it's a success. So it's good. See, the irony needle just it keeps going around and around and around and around. Hell, even Ronald Reagan owned a Subaru BRAT for nearly the entire decade it was in production. And you don't get any more American and simultaneously uncool as the Gipper. I've never successfully cooked homemade waffles that didn't have cum in them. When they developed the Subaru BRAT way back in '77, which was the same year as the first Star Wars, and by that we mean Episode 4, it was built after the president of Subaru of America demanded a car that would cash in on the demand for small trucks. The irony is, of course, that despite being developed in Japan, they never got it in Japan, so because the Japanese kids never got it, they won it in the same way the BRAT is to Japanese youth as the Skyline is to America's youth. Like Kurt Cobain, Dick Nixon, and Ayrton Senna, the BRAT died in 1994, and while I'm sure there's a conspiracy out there about how Courtney Love did all 4, the truth of the matter is that the car like the BRAT was never going to endure. It's just too weird. It couldn't really be a pickup truck. It was so niche. It didn't have the mass appeal that Subaru of North America needed. I mean, rear-facing seats in the cargo area. Let's go ride in these things. This is dumb, but it's amazing that we thought they got away with this. This is classified as a car because the seats in the back were supposed to make this say, oh no, this isn't a truck. I can get around the chicken tax with this. You ride in these things, you get these like old school video game joystick handles to hang on to. The owner put some seat belts in. I don't know if these were an option or not to have belts, but he might have just put them in for safety. He asked a cop and he said, can people ride in these? And the police officer said, well, they were original equipment. And the officer didn't really have an answer. He says, look, it applies to rural laws regarding riding in pickup truck beds. I think you have to be going under 20 miles an hour if you're on macadam. But when you ride in these seats, your head bashes against the back of the cab because they're not high enough. And they're also hard as a rock. So honestly, it would be comfortable just to sit cross-legged in the bed, but you want to sit in these seats anyway because it feels like you're a tail gunner in World War II. And some of these people, and some of the people who had Brats got rid of these seats because they legitimately wanted to use this as a mini truck. So that makes this Brat even more scarce. A rare as a unicorn or a hot girl named Ethel. That's kind of a shame. Because the Brat is fun. It's a well-constructed beast that had loads of potential, but it was overlooked in the mainstream. This is like if Harvey Danger's first album was a car, but it's still popular in its own way. Go peruse your average car forum, and you're bound to find someone who wishes this thing would return from the dead, and maybe it should. The Brat has been on the shelf, waiting to make a comeback longer than Daniel Bryan. I'm too young to take Centrum Silver, but I'm too old to take Flintstone vitamins. Upon release, the Subaru BRAT had one of the more succinct slogans of automobiles. Fun on wheels. Holy crap, I'm gonna shit. Ow. Oh, this hurts. I gotta finish this. It was fun on four wheels, but we don't need an explanation about what fun is about, or why anybody should want to see something like this so it looks so weird. Seriously, it looks like half a car. It looks like it tried to go through platform 9 3/4. It got stuck halfway. In its own day, the Subaru could get away with a slogan like fun on wheels because you could get away with taking aesthetic risks in the 70s. But now you needed some sort of hook to convince all the soccer moms and trust fund babies why they should feel any sort of urgency about buying something like this. Sure, there's a lot of people who would trade their left dick to have something like this in their garage, but they would probably end up paying their right dick in repairs to keep up general maintenance to make it fun in the long run. And even then, it looks so respective of the 70s that it's not hard to look respectably dated. This is like a cool guy. This is like cool dad rage against the knowledge that his daughter is now old enough to get plowed. He doesn't drop his daughter off at the concert. He stays for the whole 3 hours of link dick boy band cross dress. Baby, get this nut. Uncircumcised. Subaru gets sort of a bad break. These cars might have been Everlast on the windshield. It seemed like punching bags, but some Subarus deserve a break, and this is one of them. We let the Brat go. We should have brought it back. We let a vulnerable piece of automotive history fall between the cracks. We let go of the mirror that held up to ourselves and remind us of who we are and who we could be one again. Who knows? This car could conceivably make a comeback, but we've certainly revived weirder things, and it's well made. Otherwise, that a few Brats are still out there, it wouldn't be some working order. Granted, a lot of it has to do with the dedication of people who own them, but the truth of the matter is that Subaru really had something here with the Brat, and now I really have to shit.
Wait here while I check my friend. He's having a hot BM. Stay, little Subaru, stay. He'll be in the bathroom all day.
Poop 1, 2, 3 brown. Poop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brown. Poop 1, 2, 3 black, brown, brown. Poop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brown. Poop 1, 2, 3 World Star. Yeah.